From Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka to the Shermanator.
Wait. How many steps do you guys walk a day? I walked 2,222 today. Or 2,272 today. How many do you guys walk a day? 10K. 27,000. Damn. 10K is recommended. Yeah, that's why I do it. Well, I went to the heart doctor yesterday. He told me how to... Hold on, let me look it up. What is it called?
From American Pie. These are celebrities who work normal jobs now, beginning with Hayden Christensen, who gave up his fame as a Hollywood actor to return to the world of manual.
Alright, let's go back to spamming. What is this? Pepe W. Oh, God, I hate it when people do anything nowadays.
From Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka to the Shermanator from American Pie. These are celebrities who work normal jobs now.
Do I know any of these people? Okay, I know Susan Boyle. I know Kevin Jones. Wait, Jonas. Wait, this dude was the Willy Wonka guy. Who else? Vanilla Ice. Everyone knows Vanilla Ice. I don't know who Hayden Christensen is. I don't know. Why does this guy look like Asmund? Oh, he was Anakin Skywalker? Yo, whoa. Wait, the original?
Hayden Christensen, who gave up his fame as a Hollywood actor to return to the world of manual labor. After appearing in the third Star Wars movie,
yo, Tifu's gonna do this.
Christensen explained that he felt
look, it's Tifu and Ninja
hadn't really earned his fame, stating, "I guess I felt like I had this great thing in Star Wars that provided all these opportunities and gave me a career, but it all kind of felt a little too handed to me." Also adding that he liked the idea of deliberately sabotaging his fame just so he could start from scratch.
Yo,
you can't
that's
take
nasty.
years off and not have it affect your career, he admitted. But I don't know, in a weird sort of destructive way, there was something appealing about that to me. For this reason, Christensen decided to purchase a farm just outside of Toronto, Canada, so he could get into the world of agriculture, stating, "I'm trying to figure it out, it's all new to me. But I would eventually like it to be a fully operational farm with livestock and different..."
Yo, him and I are literally the same. We fucking,
crops. I've got a tractor and an excavator, and I'm learning to use all the construction equipment. Right now there's an apple orchard that I want to extend, and I've started a small vegetable garden,
Pete,
and I want to turn a hayfield into lavender, which also led to his own line of country clothing through a company called RW & Co. Christensen has since been spotted at numerous farmers markets.
Yeah, let's just put a camera on him, you weirdo.
Well,
how's things going, man? How's the farm? Good. Farm's good.
However, while Hayden Christensen is still kind of working for himself, Stephen Anthony Lawrence has since found a different type of employment since he played Beans in Even Stevens. After the show came to an end in 2003, Lawrence struggled to land any further TV.
What's with everybody in Britain talking about beans all the time? Is this like you're come on, Chad. That's all you guys talk about? Beans? Grow up. It's not British? Oh, wait, I thought BBC is British Broadcasting. Am I wrong? What the fuck's BBC? British Broadcasting. It is. Okay. So if it's on the British Broadcasting Network and the show's called Beans, am I not supposed to assume that it's not? It was on Disney. All right, I'm going to give the drama that you guys were waiting for. I think if you watch Disney only as a child, you're probably cringe. In my opinion, you're probably cringe if you only watch Disney. If you didn't venture to Nickelodeon and especially into Cartoon Network, you probably developed as a cringe lord. And I hate you. I think if you literally just sat there and watched Disney Channel all day, you are underdeveloped. And I hate you. Okay? I'm sorry, it's the truth. If you watch that, Code Lyoko, you gotta watch Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Nick at Night with George Lopez. That's the father we really needed in life. That guy taught me that if you take lemons and put them under your armpits, then you will be able to use that as a deodorant. You know? Disney Channel taught me nothing.
Roles as he went bald only 1 year later at the age of 14, stating,
"Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks."
in a Vice interview, I mean, it sucks, but you come to terms with it. During the same interview, Lawrence explained that both of his parents were then diagnosed with cancer, making it even more difficult for him to return to acting, having stated, "You're being a caregiver, you've got to be there to change diapers, and you can't do that when you're on auditions.
This
That's
poor
physically
dude.
impossible, it just wouldn't work." After both of his parents tragically passed away, Lawrence returned to the workforce as a part-time actor alongside another interesting job, Santa's little helper at the Sun Valley shopping center.
No,
Fans have been flocking to the mall to get their own selfie with Beans, and he seems to be having a good time with it. If Instagram captions are to be believed, he's making dreams come true, which is certainly more than that mall Santa can say. Beans explained in the Vice interview that he took the role to honor his father, stating, "Dad was really into Christmas. He was a big Clark Griswold guy, so this was kind of my way to feel close to him during the holidays and do something cool for people."
You know, at least he's enjoying himself, but that is fucking crazy depressing. I mean, I'm glad he's helping the world and doing cool stuff. God damn. Chat, his parents died. He had a great career blowing up. He was Beans. Remember Beans? And he's Santa. He's Santa's helper. It's basically, yeah, you're short. They're paying him to be short.
However, it was Danny Lloyd from The Shining who decided that the world of media just wasn't for him. Apart from 2 other minor appearances, The Shining became Danny's only major role on the big screen, and considering he was only 6 years old at the time, he'd returned to school like any other person.
What a loser.
I'm glad I was in The Shining. It just wasn't something that panned out, and I decided to go back to being a regular kid in school. I worked at the local Walmart. I also worked on a hog farm driving a tractor and working with the hogs. A Hollywood life probably wouldn't have been for me anyway. In a different interview, Danny explained that he used these farm jobs to pay his way through university, which ultimately led to the full-time job he works now, biology teaching at a high school. He learned fast that being the kid from The Shining was not a fact he needed to share with pupils looking for chinks in his authority. It was disruptive in class, so that's when I began to really play it down. Were the kids waggling their fingers hissing red rum? He laughs good-naturedly, yes, very occasionally, but enough for me to know I had to downplay it. As a teacher, you're supposed to be in control, which has got to be an outlook shared by Carrie Henn, who also ditched Hollywood to work in education. After playing the character Newt in the 1986 classic Aliens, Henn decided not to pursue full-time acting and instead continued.
That is Michaela, and you can't tell me otherwise. That is literally Michaela. That is literally Michaela. You can't tell me otherwise. That is straight up Michaela. You can't, right there. You can't tell me otherwise. That's Michaela. Right there. Wait, you just compared the sci-fi queen to her? Oh, fuck. Did I just get canceled? Wait, what'd I do wrong? Uh-oh. Don't insult Weaver like that? Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. This looks nothing like Michaela, chat. Stop being weird.
Continued with her schooling. For this reason, she fell out of the public spotlight for over 30 years, returning in a 2016 Comic-Con interview with Kevin James to state that she'd rather found traditional employment.
I always wanted to be a teacher, so I went to school to be a teacher.
Tell them what you do.
I teach 4th grade.
Yet it was Vanilla Ice whose career change was significantly.
Dude, he was so fucking cool. Vanilla Ice is the reason why my friend Louis, he used to sell chains just like this with the, what was it called? It was the, basically he would go to like 7-Eleven, he would drink a bunch of sodas, and then he would take the tops of cans, melt them together, and then sell it. And people used to buy the chains all the time. He made a lot of money. He used to sell them all the time when we were kids. And he was like, yeah, Vanilla Ice is sick.
More surprising. He found massive success in 1990 with the now infamous song Ice Ice Baby, yet his music career had almost no longevity, with many considering Vanilla Ice to be a one-hit wonder.
No.
With his music career in the dumps, Vanilla Ice tried his hand at motocross racing and even professional jet skiing, which worked reasonably well given he peaked as the world's #6 ranked sit-down jet ski racer, competing nearly every weekend and earning a Kawasaki sponsorship. At the same time, Vanilla Ice began to go down a dark path of drug addiction addiction, leading to his disappearance from the spotlight. However, in 2010, the name would reappear in a show about houses called the Vanilla Ice Project. He'd become a renovator. The show ran for over 9 years, displaying countless different construction projects, yet this wasn't the only normal job that Vanilla Ice wound up doing. In 2013, an article was published to the website Joe reading, "He's transformed himself from rapper to lighting salesman. We guess when the lights go out in a rapping career, you have to find a way to turn them on
Oh,
again.
that was
But
a good
by selling
one.
lights and lighting designs, really? Mr. Ice currently works for Capital Lighting
let
in
him live.
Florida,
Why are you
and has
shitting on
designed
him?
what he calls Vanilla Ice Lighting, a line of chandeliers and wall sconces.
That's
Check
good
out
for
this
him.
advert for lighting starring Ice himself. And yes, he actually says lights, lights, baby.
That's
However,
sick.
it was Peter Ostrom from Willy Wonka.
This is the one I'm most interested in though. Like, I loved Willy Wonka when I was a kid. I loved that shit. And nowadays, you know who was Willy Wonka? Mr. Beast. Like, kids are gonna be like, remember when Mr. Beast made a chocolate factory?
Yo.
Well, now, you know, I always loved the story of Willy Wonka, so we'll see what happens.
Who decided that instead of living in a chocolate factory, he'd rather look after
Wait,
Yo.
dude, kids are literally going to say that Mr. Beast was their Willy Wonka. That's crazy.
animals. Shortly after appearing in the film, the Ostrom family purchased a horse, sparking what would become a lifelong interest in farm animals. After finishing high school, Ostrom worked in an equestrian center in Pennsylvania, which was followed by his college graduation with a veterinary degree, having been inspired by
nice.
the vet who looked after the family horse. I can remember the veterinarian coming out and taking care of the horses, and it made a huge impression on me. This person really enjoyed what he did for a living. My father was a lawyer and I really didn't have a clue what he did all day, but I knew exactly what the veterinarian did. Someone making a living from something he enjoyed so much really sparked my interest. Ostrom was so entrenched in the idea of becoming a vet that he never returned to Hollywood. His
Damn.
one and only acting role, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, having stated, "Acting was fine, but I wanted something more steady, and the key is to find something that you love doing, and that's what my profession has given me." Although he's not the only celebrity on this list to dedicate his life to the medical field, as
What's with everybody going into farming? Is farming the thing you do? Like, when you find... I guess it's the exact opposite. I guess you find peace.
Jennifer Stone from The Wizards of Waverly Place followed a similar pathway. Only 1 year after the show came to an end in 2012,
Oh, I remember this show.
Stone was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, with her experience in the hospital inspiring her to join the medical field.
Wanted to make sure that nobody ever had to experience that when they were going through uncertainty. I know it's a drop in the bucket, but it was something I could do.
While maintaining minor acting roles on the side,
What
Stone
a
began
piece
to
of shit.
volunteer at a Burbank medical center, and by 2019 she'd become a fully qualified nurse, stating, "I just see so much more of humanity than I ever saw before nursing. I've seen parts of humanity that I don't know if I would have ever seen without it. It's a beautiful thing and it's heartbreaking, and it's a great reminder to be thankful for the things that you do have." Since becoming
Chat, you know what I wanted to be when I was first a kid? What the hell? I want to be a vet. Imagine me being a vet when you bring in your animal. Imagine me being the one telling you that your animal has died. I would ruin everything. I would make it a terrible, terrible time. I would make a joke. I would say something. I would make it a fucking terrible... I'd be like, straight up, I killed your cat. Like, you still have 8 more lives, but it's fucking dead. It'd be terrible.
Yo, Lil Bob.
I'd feel really bad. It'd be really bad. I'll be like, yeah, you want to see what your cat, you can play kick and can with your cat now. I mean, he's gone. I don't know. I'd feel terrible.
a registered nurse, it seems
I also want to be a cop. Now, that one made more sense for me.
Jennifer Stone has pretty much retired from acting. However, this hasn't stopped her from being recognized by some of her patients.
And I had a lot of patients that are like, why are you here? Like, what are you doing being a nurse?
But whatever happened to the Shermanator from American
BRB,
Pie?
gotta go watch
Well, according to
trash talk.
IMDb, real name Chris Owen continued to land role after role following the iconic performance, yet on the 28th of September 2012, a post was made to Reddit reading, "At a sushi restaurant in Santa Monica,
don't do him like
the
that.
Shermanator was my waiter."
Oh.
Approximately
Yo.
1 year later, additional photos were
How
sent
do
to
they
the radar.
How do they know that he was the waiter though? Right? Like, maybe they asked, but can you really just look at someone and be like, yeah, that's him?
A website, with the sender stating it was kind of funny watching the Shermanator serve at a sushi restaurant. It was also sort of sad to see how quickly and easily an actor can fall from fame. No one in the restaurant even seemed to recognize him.
Maybe he wanted
when
that.
Interviewed by the Daily News 3 years later, Owen stated, "Life doesn't always go the way you planned.
Okay,
I
never
love
mind.
acting and this job lets me stay in the fight. I get recognized a lot," he says. "I walk up to the table
never
and see
mind.
the look in their eyes. People get excited and it feels good. I like connecting with people for that brief moment in time, although in December 2018, it seemed Chris Owen recognized that he'd need a long-term career path, as he'd make a post to his Instagram stating that he'd joined a property company called Compass, with his following post showing that he'd become a real estate agent.
All
Although
right.
Chris Owen took these positions out of necessity, it was Susan Boyle who got a day job.
Susan Boyle. God damn. What was that, 15 years ago? I remember she was as big as a submarine. She was everywhere. Everyone was talking about this woman, chat, back in the day. It was you turn on the TV, Susan Boyle. Everyone was talking about her. Like her voice, how amazing she was, how she went on stage. It was crazy. Huge.
Just so she could return to being a normal person. Despite having a net worth of over $40 million, Susan has often been
Like, look at this. 262 million views when she went on Britain's Got Talent. Like, it was, I remember that.
commended for living an extremely humble life, having raised over £42 million for charity whilst
shit.
continuing to live in her childhood home. However, Susan
Is that Asman? No, because he wouldn't donate to charity, but still.
Boyle's desire for normality was best highlighted in an article from June 2014 titled, "Millionaire Susan Boyle applies for a £6 an hour cashier job in her local bookmakers," with the article reading, "The 52-year-old singer is reported to have applied for a minimum
You know what I want to do, chat? I had this idea in the shower yesterday. I thought it was really funny. Someone should make a Dexterdo, right? But they should make a Dexterdo, which is just really mean. And just tells, it's like, 3 millionaires on a call won't shut the fuck up about money and are annoying as hell. And it just basically takes every Dexterdo article and just copy and paste it and just makes it ridiculously mean about them.
wage, £6 an hour cashier's job
That's not
after
Dexterdo.
spotting a job advert in the window of her local bookmakers, Ladbrokes. Upon reading the advert on Thursday afternoon, Susan entered the premises and spent around 5 minutes talking to the shop's deputy manager David Kaur, 28, about the role. Susan Boyle walked into the shop and inquired about the job advertised in our window. We were all in shock. Obviously she doesn't need the money, so I think she saw it as a way of getting her out of her house and taking her mind off things, with the article
Right.
also implying
It's exactly what old people do whenever they're retired. They just get nice jobs on the side because they like to help out.
that
And it gives them something to do.
way for her to reintegrate with the local community.
Yeah.
Interestingly, it seems Boyle didn't end up getting the job. However, Kevin Jones
Okay, never mind. What? You're not gonna hire for fucking clerk work, like a minimum wage job? You're gonna be like, yeah, Susan Boyle. You got denied. Oh god.
Jonas was a little more lucky. When the Jonas Brothers took a hiatus back in 2013, two of the brothers pursued their own solo projects, yet the third brother, Kevin, decided to leave music altogether and walk a slightly different path. He dived into the world of construction, creating a property development business called Jonas Werner, and would also become the co-CEO of a social media business called the Blue Market Company. But while you could still consider this far from a normal job, it's time to talk about Nikki Blonsky, who's perhaps one of the greatest examples
she
of getting
Grease?
enough fame to go back to a regular life. Blonsky's first ever acting role was in Hairspray the movie,
Oh, fuck.
so it was kind of funny that only 4 years later, she'd get her cosmetology license before landing a job as a hairstylist in her hometown. Superstar is happy to announce our newest employee, our cosmetologist Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray, which was followed by a tweet to Nikki Blonsky's Twitter,
Wow, that's
confirming her
old
new
Twitter.
part-time position. It's true I'm working at Superstar Salon as a makeup artist, and I'm proud to be working and helping pay bills, but I'll never lose sight of my dreams. Just because I'm part-time working doesn't mean I'm gonna give up on my dreams, and don't give up on yours. I might book something big soon, keep positive, and apparently she made the right decision by doing this, given the customer feedback. I was so surprised today when I showed up at Superstar to get my makeup done, and it turned out to be Nikki Blonsky applying it. She did a great
Wow, she did a great
and
job.
I really look like a superstar.
Good job, Nikki Blonsky. Really good stuff.